also, we are going to jump into watching a very exciting video by the Hunter, the team behind the Hunter Call of the Wild, who wants to Americanize me and get me into the hobby of and sport of hunting via their video game. And I am excited about that because I used to play all these, like, when I was a kid, when I would go to like bars with my dad and my mom and my family after a hockey game or something, there would always be those machines that had like the guns, and then it was like old hunter games. Do you guys remember those? I think they're still in bars and stuff. Speedy's just magnificent. Thank you for the freaking 9 months. I appreciate you.
Hey,
you guys remember those, right?
I hope you have a great stream.
I hope you have a great life. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It sounds like you're dying. Least Canadian. I've never hunted, not one time in my whole life. One time I walked into a gun store, as when I was like, this is like 5 years ago. This is when I was in the States, and I walked in and I saw the guns on the wall, and I almost had a panic attack and left. I almost had a panic attack. I don't know if they sell them in Walmart here, but I was very scared because I'd never seen one. Living in Canada, you just don't see them. They don't exist. Even our cops don't have them. In Walmart in the South? Is it not all over America? Anyways, let's freaking do this. All right, chat? We're going to be watching this together. We're going to be having a good time. We're going to be laughing and communicating, and I want the dog, and that's all I want. GMU, thank you for the 4 months with Prime. I really appreciate that. I'm actually really excited to see how this goes. Let's do it, etc. You never went to Bass Pro and Vaughn? Bass Pro? Sorry, Bass Bass. They have like 300 feet of guns on the wall? No. I thought those were BB guns. I thought those were BB guns. I thought they were not real. Am I out of my mind? Am I out of my freaking mind? Okay, well. All right, good to know. You guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Here, I'm gonna make myself bigger. Look, we can start the video. We're getting into it, baby. Flowing, thank you for the 22 months. Thank you again, The Hunter, for sponsoring us. We love you. Don't tell me I can hunt kangaroos. Guys, I might actually just watch the animals. I might actually just watch the animals walk around. I might play it just to watch them. Thank you, Flowing, for the 22 months. Thank you, GMU, for the 4 months. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever The Hunter Call of the Wild Winter Preview Show.
Oh, Alexander, thank you.
My name is Alexander, and I'm the executive producer for the game. And with me, I have...
This guy's so cool.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stacy, and I'm the product director for the game.
Stacy's so cool.
And we are so excited to welcome you to our show today, where we're going to talk about, well, mainly things coming later this year for the Hunter, but also, if you stick around to the end, maybe even a little bit about the future beyond that.
I love the future. J-Bone, thank you for the 5.
Conversation on YouTube.
Thank you for the 5.
We're going to start with looking at the past a little bit.
Just really quick side note, quick intrusion. I was gonna watch this live. Thank you, Red, for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, J-Bone, for the 5. You guys are so nice. Thank you. We hit the stop goal. J-Bone, you did that shit. Let's go. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna watch this live when it first came out, but it was at 7 a.m.
Moment to thank the team for all the hard work that you're doing. It's truly fantastic to be working with all of you every day.
I'm not swearing. I didn't swear.
So, talking about 2024.
I did swear. I'm sorry.
You have to mention the fantastic reserve that we released, Sundapatan.
That's so nice, Jay. Thank you.
Narrative, biomes, and of course, incredible animals. My favorites are the tiger, the ghost of the mountain, and the great one, Tar.
Yes.
Wait, this looks so cool.
Nepal was absolutely stunning, and in my opinion, probably one of our highest quality reserves yet. So it was such a joy to be part of, and also, you gotta just love those tigers. I mean, are you hunting them or are they hunting you?
Ooh.
It's really a thrill.
Fancy.
But Nepal isn't the only thing that we've launched this year.
Chad, how are you guys?
Earlier this
good?
year, we launched a high-caliber weapon
Have you ever
pack
played this
with
before?
a whole new suite of guns for you to hunt with. We also did our first ever licensed partnership with our friends at Fox Pro on the Ambusher pack.
Okay.
And most recently, we released scopes and crosshairs for when you want that little bit of extra control over your weapon.
Very fancy.
But
pretty good.
we haven't only
I'm happy
been
for you.
doing
This is terrible
things
having
with
to become
you guys,
American.
there's also been
I know,
lots
Anzi.
going on behind the scenes.
That's
But
right.
we're gonna get in the spirit.
We've improved a lot of
You know,
processes
'cause I think America
and
can be
tooling
better.
that we use.
I've played it,
so we can
seems
continue
fun.
releasing high quality.
I'm glad you're doing
things to you.
better.
We also take every chance
Aw,
to listen to the
Skylark.
community.
Wiggly, thank you for the
and
3 months. I
weave
appreciate that.
into
Thank
our
you so
ways of
much.
working and what we produce.
Yes, it is, Red Hood.
So, we're trying actually a lot of new
I
things
forgot to say.
this December
We have
that
a
you're
new
going to be
command.
learning about very shortly.
Yes, we are super excited to get this show on the road. So on that note,
Exclamation
let's
mark
go to
the
our first
hunter in
announcement.
chat. Hopefully the command shows up. Let's see. Oh, heck yeah, brother. It does show up and it works. Thank you, Takoya. We love a good sponsor, chat. We love a good sponsor, especially these guys. So you get the dog, chat. If you do the DLC, you get the dog. I used to love the little whistle thing you get. I'm so excited. Yeah, listen. If I can play with a dog, I'm happy. So majestic. Thank you, Live, for the gifted to Froggy. That's so sweet. Thank you, Wiggly, again for the 3 months. I really appreciate you guys. German short hair coming December 3rd. So we're gonna play this on December 3rd. I'm really excited.
Getting a new dog. Hi, my name is Vivi. I'm a community manager, and I'm sitting here with Arshak, our lead game designer, and Dom, our AI programmer on the Hunter Call of the Wild. So we're getting a new dog. Wait, what? Who's that?
This is the pointer, the new pointer. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so
do they have a name?
cute.
No.
I want
we don't
this
have a
stuffed
name yet,
animal.
but if you're watching tonight, you can name your dog.
Oh, go name the dog in the
He
chat.
is adorable.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we will name
So
our
we have a
dog
new
when we
pointer.
get
Can
it.
you tell me
That's
a
3
bit
days
about
before my
what it
birthday.
does?
Oh,
Is it
hell
a
yeah,
good
Anzi, let's go.
The pointer, as the name suggests, is a pointer. It's a German short-hair pointer, and it
Hey, do be
points to
pointing.
animals from class 1 to 9, excluding predators of the higher range. So
Oh.
basically, when you're out hunting, you ask
So
the
don't take
dog,
him to hunt a tiger.
help me find a class 1 animal or a class 2 to 4 animal. and
Don't
start
take the
searching
dog
around,
to hunt a tiger.
and
It will
find
not
something
end
for
well.
you to walk towards. So it's very helpful.
That's what I'm learning
Super
here.
cool.
You can also use it to flush the smaller animals, the birds.
Do you think
and
the animals fight back?
We also have a cool new feature, which is spot point. So if you
Sorry.
spot an animal with your binoculars, you can tell
Is
the
it-
dog to
I-
track
shouldn't
it
I-
and
I
you will
shouldn't
not
say that.
lose the scent for it. So
They probably
even if
do.
you miss it, then your dog will help you find it again.
I want to run
Apart
directly
from
into
that,
a
it
moose
also has
and see what it does,
better
just to see the
usage of
damage it
critical
does.
Position, which I know some people in the community are confused about. So what critical position does is that when you're tracking towards an animal, and the dog is noticing that the tracked animal is getting a bit skittish,
Oh, geez.
maybe about to spook, the dog will go in a critical position. You get a little notice. The dog animations changes. And if
Thank
you're-
you for the
if you
hype
see
train,
that,
guys. I
then it
love you
means
so much.
basically
That's so
you need
sweet
to
of you to
also
do
be
that.
quiet and be
Thank you
more
for the
mindful while
hype
you
train.
approach. So it
In
helps
the
you
hype train.
hunt
Whoa,
more easily
whoa,
or more efficiently
whoa,
if you're
whoa.
aware
At
of
the
what's going on in
hype
the
train,
surroundings.
yeah. Boar would
Apart from
definitely
that,
fight
also,
back.
during its
Doing
search
it in game is
process,
definitely
when
better than doing it in real
finds
life,
an
yeah.
animal, it'll start moving towards the animal, and when it's about 125 meters away from it, it'll start sneaking towards that animal. So it basically is telling you to also be more quiet, be aware
Wait, that's
of where the animal
cool.
might be, so you don't mess up and spook it.
That's really cool.
It will tell you as well if you spook the animal.
Oh,
so
I
it's
do know
not
that. That's why I
able
wanna see
to
it.
Track animals that are fleeing.
Exactly.
So yeah, it'll tell you that you screwed up.
Oh, that sounds like really useful. Awesome. Can you tell us a bit about the development process of the pointer dog?
Yeah, sure. It's been like quite a smooth development for this dog. I think you've worked with several dogs before, and you already knew what to put into this dog. It was well designed from the beginning. So
I'm happy they put a dog in there, so at least we have a friend, Chad.
And as an AI programmer, It's usually easy to make the AI.
Can I use the James Bond gun?
Do what you need it to
Probably
do.
not.
But the hard part is to make it feel natural, right? So make it feel like it's a real dog. So for us, most of our time was dedicated to how do we make this dog feel like a natural pointer, right? Example
point.
on
Martel, what's up,
when
dude?
it
Welcome in.
starts to
Golden Gun
search,
DLC.
it
Let's
needs
make
to
it happen. That'd be
find,
so sick.
clues and tracks before it finds the actual scent of the animal that you're looking for, right? And also when it's already on the scent for an animal, it needs to react to other animals that are on the way. So it's not just oblivious of what's surrounding, right? So you'll see the dog react to everything that surrounds it while it's actually searching for your prey.
Yeah, that's really interesting because as you say, it needs to act natural and not be too robotic. And that natural part is very hard to get right.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about it like
how real dogs behave in real life.
If all animals are on a team, right? If all animals are on a team, then the pointer dog is the rat of the animal kingdom. Bro's just like, don't kill me. He's over there. Yo, don't kill me though. He's over there. I'm useful. Don't kill me, bro. He's the fuck over there. See, guys, maybe if you helped rat out the other animals, maybe they wouldn't kill and eat you. Have you thought about that? Maybe you'd be man's best friend. But because I'm ratting out all the animals, I'm man's best friend. That's what they're saying. It's hilarious.
Thing is how in-game dogs behave.
It's not like as predictable, basically.
Exactly, and I have a dog myself.
If Moose started fucking ratting out,
feel like a rabbit walking outside.
Can you imagine?
I might see the rabbit, but my dog doesn't, and I'm like, look, it's.
I want a
rabbit over
pointer.
there. And my
I
dog
want a
is like,
pointer
I don't know
moose.
what you're talking about.
The natural
I want a
hunter.
pointer
Yeah,
fucking
it's
moose.
like
I want a
that
pointer
happens in the game,
bird.
The dog needs to like, oh,
Actually,
there's
hawks would
a
be
rabbit
pretty
here,
OP.
right? It needs to kind of understand
If you had a
what
hawk?
you're understanding. So there's like discrepancies in what is natural in game and what is natural in real life, and that is an interesting challenge.
Because imagine you had a big bird of
it's
prey
actually
that was your
trained dog that is
that's
trained to
pointer
do
bird
specifically
of
that.
prey, and it just
dog is
circled
not
over the predator, or not the predator, the thing you're hunting.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
cool.
falcon, yeah.
We also have
Is
like
that a thing
different
that
experience
exists?
depending on the class range that you're searching. So for example, for a small game, it's a more intimate experience, so it has to be like shorter distances. But if you go and search for larger animals,
Falconry is a
you
thing.
can
Okay,
set
yeah, I mean,
your
like-
dog loose, and it will find an animal far away for you, and it will tell you when it finds it. So
Okay, that's so
a
cool.
Wow, cool.
Mongolians hunt with eagles. That is
I
so
wanna settle a
cool.
debate here. Some people in the community argue about if treats and petting your dog and bonding with your dog actually does anything. Does it?
It does. It does. It's the bond feature. So naturally, if you have a dog, you have to take care
I
of it.
played
It
them
has to be
in, like,
happy doing what it does.
Sports places,
So
yes, Red
a
Hood.
dog with high
And I played a lot of
bond,
fishing games growing
which
up.
is when you treat it with love, we pet it, you praise it. It's much more efficient. It gets back its focus much quicker. And the different types of praise mechanics we have or animations we have give the dog different amounts. So for example, if you give it treats, it gets a lot of bond. If you just pet it, it's a bit less, and if you do praise, it's even less. So it depends on what situation
We can
you're in.
make
If you
the
just wanna
dog
give it a
love
quick whistle,
us.
you can do that, but if you have time and want to go up and give it a pet or a treat, that's even better. So it depends on what type of hunter you are and how you want to use the dog. If you're a slow hunter, just using the dog now and again, then maybe just a praise is good enough. But if you're using the dog over and over again, in a quick
I'm just
succession,
playing with the
then
dog.
you need to take your time to give it more love.
And taking my time.
Nice tip.
And a sneak extra tip, if you give your dog a praise after it's done something successfully, it gets even more bond.
Oh,
So that's good.
Positive reinforcement.
oh my
Exactly,
God,
exactly.
this is awesome. Nintendogs Call of the
A
Wild.
nice owner.
I love that.
Motivation to praise your dog.
I hope you just want to be a nice owner.
We had I don't know if
Her
people
shoes are
petting their
so
dog
cool.
now, but when we did the first dog, we actually had a survey question saying that do you want to be able to pet your dog? And it was like 99.9% yes. So
That is adorable.
Monster,
I'm so excited.
0.1%.
yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to pet their dog, so pet your dog.
Yeah, go pet your dog. Oh, nice. Good. Okay, so we also have a new feature coming at the same time that is going to be for all dog owners. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure, yeah, we'll have the expert dog feature.
Yeah, whoever the
which,
0.1%
will
is,
allow
is
you
it's
to
sick.
teach your dog
They're
another,
sick.
job. So, for example, if you have a pointer, you can teach it to be a tracker or a retriever.
Yes,
or
Sharky.
If you're a retriever, you can teach it to be tracker or pointer once it reaches like the max level for that job. So yeah, you can have nice combos for hunting.
A cat answered the survey.
Different things, right? You can have different combinations there.
So the saying is not true. You can teach old dogs new tricks as long as you own 2 DLCs.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Is there any combos that you like in particular with this new feature?
Yeah, I like while testing the feature, I like trying the pointer retriever.
People you don't want to
combo,
be friends with?
especially
Yes.
For a small game, right?
I don't
So
trust you if you don't
can
want to pet the
have
dog.
Your pointer point and flush the birds, and then when you shoot them, you can have the retriever right away, right? So it makes everything easier and more fluid
JS.
when you're hunting the small game.
I'm a bit of a lazy hunter, kind of laid back, just easily walking through the woods. So my favorite combo
That'd
is
be me.
the pointer tracker. That means when I'm basically walking around, walking from lake to lake, I just have the dog searching, the pointer dog.
Oh, bro,
searching
I would
for
just, I'm going to be
big
so
animals that are
lazy.
around me.
We're going to take a nice
And when
jaunt
it
through the
finds
woods.
something, I
We're going to
walk
have
in
a
that
great
direction,
time petting the
I
dog,
shoot it.
feeding it
I
treats.
might be bad at shooting, so I kind of miss it a little bit. And then I use the same dog's tracking ability to find my prey. So very helpful for me.
That's cool.
So you let the dog do all the job, basically.
Yes, the dog is doing all the work.
It's the expert after all.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you pet it.
I do.
They meow if they love
I
the
buy lots
smell.
of treats.
Aw.
Watching you. Cool. Cool. So
That's
that means
adorable,
that, like, no matter
J-Bone.
your skill level, there's probably a combo for you that will work with the new feature. Awesome. Do you have any fun stories from working on the dog?
Yeah, I think from the beginning, like I said, like we try not to make the dog feel robotic, but since the first thing we wanted is to find an animal, it went like straight like a homing missile to the animals that it found.
By the
right?
way, if you guys
And
want,
before
today
it
we
just
can do
worked
the
with
banning
distance,
award game.
as opposed
Remember
of
when
actually finding
it was
with
every
the
5 subs,
vision.
you have to ban a word that
So
I
it
can't
pointed,
say.
like to trees or to a rock, right? Because an animal was like
That could be
right
kinda
behind
fun.
it, so you feel like, okay, it's pointing to a tree or to a snow leopard, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That
it's
could be
no-
kind of fun.
One of my favorite funny stories that we actually implemented peeing and pooing.
What?
Which is a small feature, but it's actually a feature that was requested from Flinter like 3 years ago. And I've had that
Sharky, thank you for the
request high
5.
up
Oh,
on my
God.
list, peeing and pooing Flinter. And it's actually a really good request because we have genders for the dog. You can have male and female, but there's no difference. It's just a cosmetic difference. But now you actually also get the correct peeing and pooing animations depending on if you have a female or male dog.
I like that they included this because
One of the bugs we had when we
They
were
wanted it to be
implementing
as
that was
realistic
that
as
the dog was
possible.
peeing, pooing every 2 seconds. Basically, 3 steps, pee, poo. 3 steps.
the
pee, and
word
poo.
is
Like a
So that
medical
was-
got it.
condition.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was a fun irritating bug.
Pin that.
Now, if you look at your dog long enough, you'll see that
Great.
you'll find a bush and
Thank
pee
you for
and-
the
or poo,
5.
depending.
That's awesome.
You're
So it
amazing.
pees and poos suitably,
Yeah.
a suitable amount.
We also had to look for reference, so a lot of videos of peeing dogs.
Caleb, that's
Part
awesome.
of the job.
Yeah, out of context, I guess that would be a bit embarrassing. So we got a peeing and pooing dog.
It's stressful.
But
not
it
being
also
able
does
to
other
say
things.
that.
It also points and it flushes and a bunch of other cool things. Thank you, Arshak and Dom, for joining me today. It's been awesome.
I love her style.
List the pointer dog now. It's coming on December 3rd. Yeah, on to the next thing.
December 3rd, baby. Look how pretty! Am I getting this in 4K 1 million FPS? Oh shit! Puck! Every time it's said, a sub is owed. Every time it's said. You can put me out of my misery if you want. You might be my favorite chatter. If you do. Guys, The Hunter Call of the Wild, December 3rd, Salzwiesen Park. It's a new park with a lighthouse. That's cool.
Howdy, my friends. If we haven't met before, my name is Jaxie Beard. I'm just some guy with a beard and guns. But I'm very pleased to be here today to introduce you.
This man is awesome. Almost said something not allowed. This man is awesome.
To two of the gentlemen who have been very instrumental for that trailer you've just seen coming to our game. I have Lenny, our art director, and Bjorn, our principal game designer. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. That trailer is absolute fire. I am super excited. I can't wait to talk a little bit about this. So let's just jump right into this. As the folks have seen, this is something new to come to the game, something we haven't done before. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that and what makes this a different.
What haven't they done before?
But really, Lenny, maybe you can tell us what differentiates this and what makes this a new hunting experience in the Hunter Call of the Wild.
Yeah, so to give a bit of background to this, once we're looking into what we're going to release with, like doing this period, we looked into, of course, our community. We looked into what has the previous things been mentioned that the players really want, what kind of experiences have they been asking for, and out of that came this like really passionate group of players who were, like kind of shouting, screaming for a more catered bird experience. And once we saw that, we kind of tried to, brainstorm a bit, come up with how can we do this? Is this an experience we can give to players, like the experience that they want? Can we get that in there? Mm-hmm. And after discussing that for a while and testing it out, we came up, yeah, it is possible, and we think we can also do it a bit better with some of the things we've been adding. So I think based on that, we look at, of course, we need something. Is it a reserve? Our reserve is too big for this experience. Like it's a catered experience. We want it to be the perfect bird hunting experience to the players.
A much more customized hunting experience. Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. So we condensed the size of it down. So it's not as big as previous reserves, but it has the same amount of biomes, and it has beautiful biomes that's been upgraded as well as several new species of birds, and overall improvements, both AI-wise and also, of course, for the animations and for other animals we've done a remaster as well.
Now let's come back to the biomes and in just a little bit, but I want to know a little bit more about the birds. So we've got 10 species, 2 of which are new birds to come to the game. Mm-hmm. What are the new birds?
So we have the Ferruginous
new
duck,
birds,
which
baby!
Is a beautiful duck. It has this chestnut plumage. Perfect to have up on the wall next to the cinnamon teal.
Oh, yes, yes.
The
By
pinned
the way,
message says the world.
With this one as well, so like a full remaster of the cinnamon teal as well.
Em didn't realize
the
this before.
Now.
Yes.
That's not for the Salzwiesen Park. It's for previous reserves. So you're gonna have to jump a bit around to get that combo.
Okay.
Beyond that, we have the Gatwall, which is just one of the ducks you have to have if you are a bird hunter.
Yeah.
Both are waterfowl, so you'll be able to find them in several of the areas of the map where we have this, like the marshlands, the wetlands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is exciting. Now I do know that there's been some improvements to the waterfowl hunting experience, Bjorn. If you want to maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we got a lot of feedback from the community about how birds are behaving, and we try to improve that a lot with this release, especially when it comes to how they take off and land. When it comes to the landing, we got some feedback that they're often landing on top of the player.
It won't pin.
Which is kind of not what you expect when you have decoys. So now they're actually going to target the decoys instead.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and they're also going to come in as a group rather than one by one. So that should also be a bit more realistic.
So essentially what you're saying is to make it that more authentic feeling, the way we set up our decoys now, we're really direct where they're going to land.
Exactly.
That's a major improvement. I'm very excited for that. Now, to come back to what you were just talking about with the different biomes, because this is going to really affect the experience and how it's a catered bird hunting experience. How do the biomes play into it? What can we expect?
Yeah, so you can sort of travel throughout the park here, where you can go from the meadows, which is where you can, it's a sort of an in-between, where you have the European rabbit, one of our remastered animals as well. So there you have a bit of like the small games that's more like grounded. Then you can go through the beech forest, which is where you're going to have some of the upland birds. You're also going to be able to have, of course, the foxes, and then you can move into
foxes.
the
Fuck!
fields, which is
Sorry,
going to be a bit easier for again, upland birds.
Said
and it's going to be
the
where
wrong
the
word.
pheasants like are a lot in the game usually.
Very nice.
And then from there you can move out into the wetlands, which is where you can find a lot of the ducks. So like the wetlands have been improved massively visually. We have, like some denser clusters of vegetation in between, where you have like dead trees and more like vibrant foliage, of course. And then we have, the water vegetation, which is going to make it feel a lot more immersive when you spend the
Hi,
time
Lynchy.
out there
Welcome in.
amongst the ducks with your
Anzi, thank you
decoys
so much
try.
for
placed
the
out to get
videos.
them
I
in
appreciate
now
that.
with the improved experience. And then you can move from there out until the sandy like beach island we have.
Okay.
So we have sort of like a bit of everything, and depending on what the player likes to see, what they want to hunt, they can just move around and they will never be bored.
This is amazing. I can't wait to see our community get out there and try this out. Because there's some really cool features and some really cool landmarks that are coming with this new park. And I have to say, when you first land in the park and you move through the
That's
beautiful
almost a year.
German structure that is there, it takes you into probably one of the most exciting
Flip, thank
new
you for
features
1
that come to the
year.
game that I know you
Thank
had a
you so
very big part in,
much.
Bjorn,
You're
because,
amazing.
well, let's just get right to it.
And appreciated.
The clay shooting range. Now, if I'm correct,
Pavela,
you
welcome
actually
in.
worked on the Hunter Classic and created the
Good.
shooting range
Thank you
over
for
there, the clay
asking.
range.
Yeah, that's correct. So this was a very interesting feature for me to work on, since I also designed the shooting range in the Hunter Classic. And when I started doing this new feature, I went back and I looked at the Classic range. And yeah, it's pretty limited. We didn't have the resources we have now back then.
Right.
So this time I really wanted to top it. So I went and did more research into what type of clay shooting there is. And the new range has several types of clay shooting in the same layout, which I think is very exciting.
Hi, Chris.
Right.
Welcome
Because
in.
Not only is there
We're
multiple
watching
ways to make
a
use
very
of this
exciting preview of the new DLC for the Hunter Call of the Wild.
range, but you also had multiplayer in mind. In fact, we can now legitimately have competitions at this clay shooting range. Tell us a little
That's
bit
so
about that. There was
cool.
obviously an inspiration there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
True,
what we
Anzi.
want this range to be is a sort of playground for the player. You can either just go there yourself and practice before going out
Chris,
and
you're
hunting
so
birds.
friendly. I like that.
Or you can bring your friends, and then it becomes really interesting because we have a
Sounds good,
shared
Kaylee. See you
scoreboard,
soon.
where you can compete in the different types of clay shooting.
I can already picture the community challenges we're going to do. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No.
I'm really excited for this to come to the game. I really am.
No, not
and as
true.
You can see in a clip that we're
Kittens.
ready to hear, I had an opportunity before flying out here to Sweden to actually get my hands
Thank
on it.
you, Lai,
It's
for the gifted to
extremely
Micah.
Addictive.
Thank you.
I will admit, I wasn't aware. in
Not
the
true,
beginning that
kittens.
There was multiple.
M was very
ways
careful.
that there was different modes. Because as you can see, I kind of got caught up in it. It's very challenging. It really helps you hone your skills, especially for our controller players. Being able to take the time and practice. If I was wearing a hat, I would tip it in your general direction. Absolutely fantastic job, well done.
Great, Snorlax.
Thank you.
Thanks for
So
asking.
There's a little bit more to come with this.
How are you?
Now, with this range, traditionally,
Yeah, it's
we
multiplayer
think
too.
Shotguns and such. Do you want to tell us one of the newer additions or hint at it, perhaps?
Yeah, so with this release, we're also releasing a shotgun, because that's what you need at the shooting range, and also when you're going out and hunting the small game in the reserve.
Absolutely.
And this is a 10 gauge over and under shotgun.
Let's go. Let's go. That is awesome. It's going to certainly tailor for a great experience, and I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on this. But wait, there's more. I think we've saved some of the biggest news for last. And for all our folks out there, you might want to have a seat for this one. We have 2 new additions as well that are coming to the Hunter Call of the Wild. Do you want to tell the folks what those are?
Yeah, so we have 2 new great ones for the first time coming out.
We're not
One
playing the
is
video
also a
today,
first time
but we will play the
great one,
video.
the festival.
We will play the game, sorry,
So that's gonna be interesting to see how the
on
player
December
deals
3rd
with
when the
bird great ones
DLC
for the
comes
first
out.
time and how they're going to go
I'm
about achieving that. Second one
Excited about that.
is the Dark Souls of Great Ones we're introducing to the game. It is the Great One Fox. I wish you luck getting that one, and honestly,
And
I'm gonna
yes,
be super
I
interested to see who's the first one
fudge
amongst
cakes.
the player base who managed to actually get
The
a Great One and
24-hour
get
stream
that
is
out into the
happening
community.
this weekend.
I'm going to be excited to see that.
Are you going to be the first? You've heard the challenge. Now,
The
I'm
new
really
word
excited
is
for these.
Sasquatch.
First off, 2 great ones.
I can
at the
say
same
anything now.
time is unheard of. Hats off to you guys. But there is a lot of
Can you update that,
variations,
Telkoya?
that obviously we're going to make the community go and find them this
The
time
new word
around.
is Sasquatch.
And I can only imagine the time and energies that have gone into this. They're very
I'm gonna run to the
creative.
bathroom really
Yeah, the team
fast.
has outdone themselves, like,
But
with
this
all
is
the
still
ones
gonna
we've
play.
been
I can
getting,
still
like,
hear
when
it.
we asked for the
And then I'll be right
amounts,
back.
They went above and beyond and delivered even more. So like our community can go through and collect them one by one, and we'll just be able to see them all come together. And like, how many can you actually get? That's amazing to see.
Well, they're going to be a difficult hunt. I can only imagine the fox. I mean, new players come to the game. We always jokingly tell them, go hunt a fox with a bow. Now you need to go hunt a fox, preferably with a bow, to get all of the different variations. Quite a few, I might add, too.
Oh yeah, a Great One Fox with a bow, that's going to be epic.
We put the challenge out to the community. Unbelievable. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to join us here today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Salzwiesen Park and everything we've covered here today is coming on December 3rd. Don't forget to wish list, especially if you want to be the first one to get the new great ones. Thank you, my friends, and on to the next.
Ooh, we get footage. Ooh, we get footage. Hi, chat. Ghostly. This is cool. Thank you, Jay, for the 5. I really appreciate you.
Oh, awesome. So we got
Thank you so
3
much.
new
W's in
boomsticks
chat. What do you want the
coming.
word to be?
Yeah, I'm sitting here with Frederick, our lead artist, and Ludwig, our weapon artist. I'm back. I'm Vivi from the community team. Yeah, we got a new weapon pack coming. Can you tell us a bit about what's so exciting about the weapon pack?
Sure. Yeah, from an artist perspective, like I'm now providing feedback. It used to be an artist myself as well. So I'm vicariously living through Ludwig when I see the artwork that is being constructed.
But only in the
Yeah,
context
I
of
mean,
like
they are
the physical
really amazing
part,
looking
right?
Weapons, like high quality. You can see the tactileness of just the overall weapon, how it functions.
Thanks,
That's just
Javo.
awesome to see.
Cool,
right?
good word.
Just seeing coming everything to
Any
life
pets?
during
Not
the
right now.
production. That's awesome. And we also always trying to like increase the visual fidelity. We're trying to like raise the bar. We're trying to increase the coolness factor of the weapons and more bang for buck, pun intended.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about.
Oh,
the
yay,
fact
Yancy.
that
Have an amazing night.
have
See you later.
developed this with the help of the community, and that we are.
This guy has the coolest
even
hair.
though it might not have been perfect, we have opened the gate now, and we can get more feedback, hopefully. Because at the end of the day, we want to do the best content for the community who are actually players. And
Doesn't he look so
into the
cool?
game. And the fact that like, even though the whole pack is bolt action, we try to make them feel a little bit different with the tools we have and the time we have. All of them have different iron sights. One of them has like a little bit of motion where you switch the
Yeah, it should
steering
be.
distance. It changes the
flip
stuff
upside.
like that is fun.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I hope the community will like it.
Yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, this community pack is special because we posted in the Discord some polls and let people decide a bit what's coming to this weapon pack. Can you tell us more what's it like to work with the community?
Yeah, I think it's great to have that early set feedback.
Oh my
we
gosh.
are an established title, and we do have a very large community. So being able to
I don't think-
yeah,
Okay, I
get
it's
early
fine.
feedback for us is
Thanks,
just
Fabula.
really helpful, just from a time perspective.
Big boy,
alone.
thank you for the follow.
But then also fine-tune our product with what the community would expect or would like to see, and kind of make sure that we are both aligned, so to speak. And that is just an awesome opportunity for us. So from my perspective, I want to do a lot more. But yeah, these were the first baby steps that we took, and it was a good collaboration to more in the future, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
100%. Yeah.
Definitely. Can you tell us more about in the development process, were there any new things that you've done on this weapon pack?
If you mind, I could start. Obviously, like I love making the weapons for Call of the Wild. I've been doing it for a while. If I could have dream world, I would take it all. I take it all the weapons for me. Wow, fun! Because it really is fun to work with. But the reality of game development is that key
I'm feeling a lot
figures
better
or key
than I was
people are
before,
needed on
Ghostly.
different areas at different times.
But I still have like a lingering
and
migraine
we want to do exciting
from
stuff
it.
for the future. We don't want it to just
So that's
stop
still there.
at
But
weapons.
physically,
So
I'm
needed
feeling a lot
elsewhere
better
as
than
well.
I
so
was
now
before.
we have had
So hopefully we're on the up.
Artists helping us. So I've been me and Frederick been guiding them and giving them feedback and making them understand our vision with the game and what the weapons are and how to work with it. And like I said, obviously
Their shoes are all amazing.
But the fun part with this,
Like all
is
of their
that,
shoes.
it leaves up.
Thank you for
in
asking.
the future.
Did you get your license
our
yet? No,
schedule
but I got
to be
my
a bit
car
more free,
working.
so we can work on more experimental stuff, more exciting stuff for the future, and
Here,
stuff
let me
that
show
might
you.
be a bit different from what we have done historically.
I love that word, experiment.
I went on a really cool
Really
drive.
exciting for us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have a take
Yesterday?
on this as well. Or
No.
sorry, I put you on the spot.
Didn't mean to. Yeah, no, I think it's great to just basically throw spaghetti into wall and see what sticks, right? And then also having that collaboration
I was
with the
up
community.
way
so
up
that
in the
we can just
mountains.
get their feedback, get their insights. Again, it's about that collaboration that we don't want to work in a vacuum. We want to make a game that is loved by the
It's very
community. We're
blown
very
out because of
passionate about
the
giving
auto
the community awesome, cool DLCs, right?
lightning
So
screen.
getting that collaboration is super invaluable for us. Getting that feedback is just
Stop brightening
that's,
yourself.
that's what we're here for. That's awesome. So yeah.
Love that.
God dang it.
On this weapon pack,
I want you to see the clouds. They're so pretty.
We brought you along with us on the development process a bit. We wanted the community to see what goes
Super
into
pretty,
making a
right?
weapon pack and get a better idea of how long it takes and why. Can you explain a bit more about
I
the
looked
process
up-
of making a weapon pack?
I looked up the
Sure.
prettiest
Yeah, everything
place
starts
you
off
can
obviously
drive
from a design perspective.
in
they
Los
got
Angeles,
their finger on the
and that was
pulse,
one
and
of
then
like
obviously,
the
again,
multiple
the
places that I
community,
found,
is very valuable here.
which was a very
But then
interesting
once
introduction,
we
reintroduction
decided
to
nail down the
driving.
dots, then we go into reference searching, and a lot of that is
I haven't driven in in 2 or 3 months. So getting back into driving, obviously, especially in Los Angeles, was something that I was a little nervous about. And for some dumbass reason, I decided the best place to go would be the cliff sides where you have to drive at 50 miles per hour because people are directly behind you and they're trying to race by you. And it literally is like this, up this terrifying cliff, on this mountain. And then there's all these signs, and the signs are like, Melm, thank you so much, by the way. I'm glad you like them. All these signs that are like, watch out for falling rocks, watch out for falling rock. Because it, clearly there could be landslides at any given moment, basically. Because it's so close to the side. It's crazy. It was crazy. So I'm reintroducing myself to driving up this fucking winding, terrifying path. It was very interesting.
It's been done by Ludwig in-house. And
Very
then once
fun,
we
though.
have the reference material.
No,
so
it's not,
basically how
MC.
the bolt functions, how everything fits together, right? But
This
even
was at, like,
how the wear
Los Angeles
affects
National
a
Forest.
weapon, how the gunk build up, how the oil is affecting the metal, like all these things we research. And then once we have a full picture of the weapon itself, then we kind of make a block out, which is a very rough approximation, but it has all the dimensions of it. And basically what we then do is give that out to animation. So animation can start at the same time as we also working throughout basically increasing the graphical fidelity of the weapon to a point where will see it that it is right now in game. The main point is that is because we have a short window of development time, so we need to be very strategic in the amount of resources that we use, how we plan the production, and move forward to that extent. But yeah, once everything has been handed over to animation, then it's been passed over to tech animation, to programmers. There's so many.
Never been to
different
Hawaii before,
one-man
no.
departments involved. Even though we don't have that many people involved, it's just a lot.
Thank you
of
again,
single
J-Bone, for the
departments.
5.
And,
You're amazing.
Yeah, it's so privileged to represent these people and to don't represent, but at least the art side of it, and to see it coming from block out all the way to finished, and you see the audio, you see the animations. That's awesome.
Comes to
right?
life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pre-touched
Comes
is
to
the
life,
best
and
quality.
That's awesome to see.
I have to grab it. It's
I would love
upstairs.
to add on that.
My
I think
Psyduck?
what you said was perfect. It's like you really put you put it out perfectly. But I want to add as well, like you said, it's a lot of chefs in this.
Absolutely.
And like you said, we don't always have the privilege of like the longest development time.
Yep.
And the reason for this is, of course, because we want to hand cool stuff to the community. We don't want you guys to have to wait for a year to get like a DLC.
Yeah, I can go get
We
it.
wanna be able to give you stuff and give you like new updates and fun stuff.
Let me go get it.
And like you said, we have a lot of key people, and game development is not really linear in the sense that if we're making a weapon pack, if we were taking it from stage 1 to like finished and having all these people on standby, that would be wasted time because some people can't start working until a certain process is done and given over to them. So we have a lot of people, key people, jumping between different work. And me included. So that's why I think the external team is so good, because now we have like, I can put the effort in to like give them feedback, give them like explain how we think and what we do, but also put the trust in them while
It's got like a
I'm
gel
at other
interior.
places developing other stuff, and then I can jump back when I'm needed.
Because it's
or,
very
Fredrik can jump
soft,
back
like
and take in.
very
it's the
gel
process.
feeling.
And by having that development, we can work on more stuff
And
simultaneously
cooling almost.
and get more to the community. And I think that's a thing that is often overlooked, even for developers. You're like, oh, a weapon is simple, but it's also in itself it's simple, but with the whole
nice to hug.
Kind of intersects. And like Fredrik said, we are quite a big team now, but historically we haven't been very big. And even now when we are big, we're still a lot of key people.
Yeah, one department. Right? Yeah,
like
100%.
before I used to do.
Thanks for
most of
buying
the
it for me,
weapons,
Chad.
alone, and now we have an external team. We can do more. It's fun.
It's like the size of
And
my
you can
body.
focus on a lot of like really fun stuff. So
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things that we want to experiment with, and I'm so excited for the future to basically to see what is possible and to see what we can bring back to the community. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I wish
Yeah.
they
That's
knew.
awesome.
I wish
Yeah,
they knew.
exactly. I wish.
Oh, man, I wanted to ask you
I guess they're planning a lot of stuff for the
I
game.
know
I'm
it's
excited.
everything,
Yeah,
but-
exactly. Secrecy abound. But,
Yeah, it is,
there's
Chris.
We got so many things cooking. Yeah, the oven is full. Yeah, we
Neat.
got a lot
By
of
all
stuff
means.
going on. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool that they're still
Yeah,
updating this
super
game so
excited,
much.
For this weapon pack. Thank you so much, Fredrik and Ludwig, for joining us today.
Thank you.
The Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack is coming on December 3rd. Super excited to bring it to you. It was co-created with the community. Yeah, we're excited. Next segment.
Jaxie back again, and I'm really excited to introduce you to our next guest, Daniel, one of our lead designers. You have some exciting news for the community.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Jaxie.
Pleasure to have you here, my friend.
And thank you, everyone. I'm really excited to be here, just having the opportunity to talk to you, to talk to the community, and also really excited to talk about the future of Hunt Club. Yeah.
You know, I've been looking forward to this. Hunt Club has it's always been very close and dear to my heart since I was a
This
brand
chat is
new player.
amazing, Chris. We have the
8
best
years
community
now
ever.
I've been playing,
I'm so
and
lucky.
I know there's a lot of you out there that have relied on Hunt
We
Club
love this
over the
man.
years to help us get ahead. And,
We love this
you know,
man.
have fun with as well. So there's a lot of changes with it. First off, it's no longer Hunt Club.
Thank you. Yes, that's the first thing. So we have a
Okay.
new name for it.
Okay.
So Hunt Club has been out for quite some time.
I'll look
and
it
we
up,
learned
Mo.
a lot from it. We learned that players engage with it in different ways. Like some of them have specific challenges that
Oh,
they like
kittens,
to take.
I believe you
Some
from
of
before.
them want more challenges.
okay.
Others have not engaged with the feature so far. But we wanted to make sure that we brought all of those learnings, and we wanted to change the name to reflect that. So now we're calling it Challenges, as now is our place, our hub, to commit only to challenges. And you will find a lot of fun things to do in there.
Now, I mean, with that, before we get into too many details on there, you know, we've had, let's say, community expectations.
Thank
for
you.
what
Why, that's
Hunt
very
Club
nice of you.
is,
Oh my God, I almost died.
With it changing to challenges, it's got a whole new look.
Okay.
There's quite a few changes that come with it. Why don't you tell us a little bit
New
about
changes with the
Thank you,
Hunt
Jackson.
Club
Yes,
changing
so
names.
We made a lot of changes to this to make sure that it's easier to use. So there's a lot of usability improvements to
Chris,
it.
thank you for the tier 1
And
for
we
6
also
months.
have,
I really
new
appreciate
things that we
that.
brought in when it comes
I'm good.
to
Thank you.
player choice.
Thank you so
This is
much,
one of the
Chris.
biggest
Is that a
things that we
6-month
wanted
sub?
to
That's
design
so
for,
nice.
and that is
What the
because
heck?
Players like to hunt in different ways. They like to engage with the game in different ways. So we wanted to make sure that we had a platform that reflects that. And now players can choose their challenges. Yes.
Interesting. Tell me more. So I have to ask. Currently, Hunt Club is only available on the weekends. Now, as we move to challenges, how does this affect the player?
I'm glad
What
you like the
more does that
emojis.
entail?
Let's freaking go.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because now we will be having challenges in 2 formats, which is you will be having daily challenges. Yes, daily.
Dailies.
Yeah.
Dailies in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so
And you
cool.
can choose the one that you want. We are going to give you options so you can choose which one you want for that day.
Like a tailored experience.
Yes, and you can choose up to 3 challenges per day. And then the same thing
Okay.
for weekly challenges. We're going to show you 3 options, and you can select one of them for your weekly challenge.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Nifty.
Now, I would imagine there's quite a difference between the daily and a weekly challenge. Your daily, you could jump on, get done in a period of time.
Absolutely, yes. So daily challenges are.
We're
meant
also
for
jumping
players to
into
just
Death Note
sit
Among Us
down,
right after this, by the
if
way,
they
chat.
want to hunt in a specific way, or if they find a challenge that is particularly aligned with what they like, they can just go ahead and take it. And these are challenges that will take you maybe 1 hour to complete, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to weekly challenges, that could be a little bit more tough for you to complete.
A little more
like,
involved.
Yeah, like hunting a snow leopard in a very specific conditions, right?
Okay. Okay. Oh, you have my attention.
Yeah.
So this actually sounds pretty challenging, if you will. Sorry. It is very interesting, though, because, you know, again, as I've said, a lot of us, you know, we had a lot of experience with Hunt Club. So hearing that we're going to get the dailies, we're going to have the weeklies.
I think since I
you might not
reinstalled, you
able
should
to
be
answer
okay
this
sound-wise.
one, But of course, everybody's asking it
This
right
time.
now. I can almost hear them on the other side of the glass. Is there going to be some sort of rewards? Do we have ideas for future rewards, or how is that going to work?
Yeah, so I can tell you a little bit about that. So we wanted to make sure that we had a very nice experience for both new players and experienced players here. And this is because sometimes when you start playing the game, you need cash to get the things that you want, right?
Yes.
Ammo, tents, yes. There are many things that you need to get. But we also wanted to look into what we can bring in for experienced players.
Okay.
And this is something that in the future, for 2025, one of our goals is to design for rewards and try to expand
yay,
on
Chris.
the
I'm glad to hear
rewards
that.
we will be bringing to the players.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear
I
that.
like the sound of that, and I'm sure a lot of you do as well.
Yeah,
that
brother.
means that we can afford all the tents that we need to put on our map. It's just another way to help tailor our gaming experience. And I really like the option of being able to just jump on, get some dailies done, and not have to do those weeklies all at once.
Yes, and again, for now, the challenges that we will be having.
I like
this new
dailies in any
version,
video games. This is
both
kind of cool.
Dailies and weekly challenges, the reward mainly is going to be experience and cash. But the next iteration of it that we're working on right now, I can tell you a little bit about it. We're investigating rewards and how to expand that offering.
I have to tell you, Dan, I'm really interested to see, the proverbial rabbit that you're all pulling out of your hats right now, because I can only imagine what some of these challenges are going to look like. Yes. I mean, are they all shooting challenges?
Well, not all of them. Actually, we have 2 types of challenges now. So you will be having your harvest challenges, which you can just go.
It is a win-win. I like that. It keeps it fresh.
Objective that you
and
have
exciting
for the challenge. But we have a new type of challenge, which is photo challenges.
Oh my.
Yep.
Really?
Photo challenges?
So we need to get as handy with a camera as we are with our guns.
Yes.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
So there's wildlife photography too. Wait, I like that.
Trying to get 2 bears into one picture. That was tough.
Yeah.
Just a little.
That's so cool.
It takes some time to
I'm going to like that a lot.
But now we will be having photo challenges in different reserves and different types of animals. So we're looking forward to see how many of you engage with that. And of course, player choice is at the forefront, which means that you get to choose if you want to take a harvest challenge or a photo challenge.
I love the sound of
Harvest challenge.
Daniel, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but in our Discord, shameless plug, there's many, let me say, passionate photographers. You'll see pictures crop up all the time of our various different reserves. So now to think that we're going to be able to put that into a gameplay format, that's fantastic. This is really exciting. I'm sure a lot of work and time and energy has gone into this. There's probably lots of plans on how this is going to progress.
I like how there's multiple different ways you can play the game. We're going to switch to Death Note Among Us now because I don't want to miss out on that, but I'll save this spot and then we can come back and watch the rest because we're almost through it. Might as well. I'm going to pull it up. Death Note Among Us. Also, chat, I'm going to have to take a call in a sec because I think I mentioned this the other day. I'm not the biggest Swiftie in the world, okay? I grew up listening to her music here and there, but I wasn't like the biggest fan. I liked her, but my sister is the biggest Swift fan, like Taylor Swift fan ever. She is a huge Swiftie. She loves her. And I don't know if you've heard,